Now, God created, as I said, through the mind. He decided he wanted to have this, and through vibration, and this is all part of the Cayce material. So God created through his mind and vibration the universe, the stars, the world, the whole kit and caboodle. Now, the first emanation, the first love bubble, right, was Emilius. He was the first soul. He's also called the elder brother, the elder. You see him referred to as different things. So we have Emilius, he's the first soul. Now, after that, he created the rest of us. And he created us eternal, like himself, eternal. Now, this becomes a problem later on. You'll see this eternal stuff. He gave us free will. He allowed us to be co-creative. Now, when I say he's sexless, it doesn't mean that you don't get to have sex. That wasn't what he was thinking. What it meant is you did not have genitals, right? You had male and female within you. You had both, masculine and feminine energy. There was no manifestation. You were still a thought form, if you can think of it that way. You were still a thought form. So you were non-physical, but you were aware of your divine makeup. You were aware that you were the vibration or the love that God emanated. Now, at first, everybody was happy, right? Isn't this how it all works? Everybody's happy. Everybody's following the plan. Everybody's, thy will be done, God. Let me create what you want to create, and we're going to create together. Everybody's happy. But how long does that last, really? You know, you've seen a group of kindergartners. All of a sudden, it's like herding cats. You know, this one's going off this way, that one's going off that way. Everybody gets their own desires going. And some souls got caught up with creating things that weren't matching God's desires or God's plan. And eventually, they started seeing themselves as separate from God. They started getting caught up in their illusion. And they forgot what was illusion and what was real. They forgot their divine essence. So at first, the creations were what's called thought forms, right? They were, the souls could go in and out very easily. But then they wanted to have experience. And so what they created took on form. And they would say, wow, you know, what's that cow eating? Wonder what that tastes like. And they would go into the creation and they would get to taste grass. That didn't really probably go over too well. I don't know. I wasn't there. But then they said, ooh, what are those two doing, right? And they wanted to go in and they wanted to try what was sex like, you know, and what was growing like. Wow, this flower's growing. What does it feel to grow? I want to feel that. But in order to do that, they had to manifest as masculine or feminine, and they also manifested a conscious mind. And it's that conscious mind that was the trouble. Because it was with that conscious mind that they totally forgot their divine nature, right? They totally forgot. And they got stuck in their creation. Now, this is interesting because they started creating and mixing things up. You know, they were not following the plan. You know, like a cow that God created was a cow. It wasn't half cow, half person, right? But they started kind of going a little wonky. So we get these half man, half animal or plant. And so this is where, according to the Cayce readings, we start seeing centaurs, fawns, harpies, Pan, green man, the Egyptian gods, right? That's where that came from. So most of the souls totally forgot, and all they knew was the conscious mind. But remember, I said eternalism or eternity was a problem. They got stuck, and they were going to be stuck eternally. They were now eternally, you know, half bird, half man. It was a little bit of a problem. So this really saddened God and Emilius and some of the other not lost souls. They said, hey, our brothers are down there and they're stuck. You know, this isn't good. And we've all been there. How many times have we said, oh my goodness, that child just doesn't get it, right? They're just stuck in a pattern and I want to help, right? Well, hopefully we won't go too codependent on it, but I want to help. So the elder brother went to God and said, let us fix this. Let us go down and talk to these guys. And God said, well, I am not losing you too, right? So you can go down, but you cannot take a body, because that seems to be when the problem starts. So they float down. I mean, you can imagine this, right? They float down and they go, psst, psst, hey, look at me. And these guys are, hey, I've had sex. I am not looking up there. I am just looking one direction. Thank you very much. I have tried. Have you tried papaya? Like they are not paying attention. So it didn't work. So, well, let me not jump ahead. Okay, so anyway, so Emilius and the other non-lost souls, they say, let's try again. They say, God, look it. They are not going to listen to us unless we have physical bodies. Let us go down and show them the way. Let's show them their divinity. Let's give an example of the love that they truly are. Because remember, they're just these love bubbles, right? Let's show them the love that they are. And so they made a deal. And this is the deal. And this is the basis of metaphysics, according to Edgar Cayce. So the first thing is souls will meet their actions over and over again. If you've read Cayce, you've heard that before. Until they meet them with love rather than selfishness. So what's that? That's karma. You're going to meet your actions again and again, not so that you get spanked like a bad little child, but so that you have the opportunity to meet what happens in your life with love instead of selfishness. No soul will be giving more than they can handle. So I like to think that Mother Teresa was kind of channeling Edgar Cayce when she said that, God won't give you more than you can handle, but I just wish you didn't trust me so much, right? So no soul will be given more than it can handle. Souls will have as many lifetimes as needed. That's reincarnation. So we are freed from being stuck in the creations that we made. We're free. We're not stuck. We have to meet ourselves, right? We have to deal with the karma that we have created, but we get a new body to try. We're not stuck. We're still eternal as souls, but we're not stuck. Our bodies, our physical being is not eternal. Now, if you can live a life of love, you'll be able to start hearing your connection. How many of you are getting that? And the more that you're able to be loving, the more that connection is coming, right? The more you can hear. And it may not be, Noah, build me an ark, It may just be, gosh, I have a feeling I should go to the forum tonight, and I better eat first. I don't know why. Darn, you get here, you find out no cookies, right? So, but you hear it, right? Sometimes it comes as a thought. But then if you can release selfishness and live a life of love, then you get released from coming back.